Let's go. Oh! Oh, yeah, we got it. My God. Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. We'll do some relic crafting today. It's that time. It's that time, honestly, where I want to get something good. I don't have a mythic relic yet. Honestly, I don't know what's happening. It's the low odds. It's like 20% when you got the mythic materials. I do have enough mythic materials on this account to make actually 3 mythic craftings, and maybe I get lucky and I get something. Honestly, you can get mythics from just using legendary materials, but it's 0.5% chance, which is insanely low, guys. Insanely. It's like summoning a legendary from an ancient shard. Just a random ancient shard, you get a legendary. It happens. It's not gonna happen to me though, right? I do have lots of materials. I do expect something like a legendary one. In terms of the legendary ones, I think the best ones to look for, at least for this account, is the wands. The wands are really nice. They actually work really well for PvP. Those you can't get enough of, especially if you are having siege teams. You got PvP teams, 3-3 teams. There's lots of different champions that can use them, not necessarily just supports. Even your damage dealers can use the wands for PvP, just so they can counter those interactions. Okay, so let's get started. All right, not gonna talk all day. When you see the craftings, guys, and you see that glow, like there is gonna be a second glow always. If it's blue, for example, it's gonna be a rare. If it's purple, it's gonna be an epic. So far I'm just getting rares, not talking through the relics at all. I don't think so. I need to do that. Like Rod of Blasphemy, this is usually like fodder relic, the ones you want to be using to make your other relics stronger, and you level those up, and then you use those to get the wand, for example, to get that a little bit higher. Okay, let's see. Orb of Transfixion. Okay, getting the epics is not bad. What I need to be doing is doing more chimera runs, manual runs, so I can get more materials. Mythic materials, you can actually get lots of those if you do proper runs, and you do 2 of them on the highest difficulty on chimera. I just don't do that because I just throw in the teams that I have with Titus and do really good amount of damage that helps the clan. So let's not use those. We'll use whatever is left in the end. So let's do some epic crafting. 0.05% chance. Scroll of the Unseen. Hopefully that gets buffed. I feel like it's a very underwhelming relic. So far, nothing crazy. Wow. Using the epic ones and getting rares feels so bad. Oh, nice. This one's one of the best relics, honestly, the golden elixir. But after you have like 5, you're done. All right, you don't need more. How many champions are you gonna have equipped with those? Since you can mix and match, you can definitely move them around. But even supports, you can use them on. So Orb of Transfixion, again, the chance to steal 1 random buff. It would have been nice if the buff was stolen, and then the buff also becomes protected when you steal it. That would be a nice, cheeky addition. Oh, look at that, another one. So the good thing about getting those is that I can use those to level up my relics. But again, I need good relics to have stuff to level up. Again, a golden elixir. These are from the normal group, because there's different groups. As you guys know, it's 50-50 chance, which I don't like. Kind of finding it low. But all right, the more golden elixirs, the better. All right, how bad can it be if you got just golden elixirs, right? Let's see. Carrying on. Got lots of these rare materials from the clan. It's fine though. Get them from the siege. There's so many different groups now that it doesn't really matter what you get. It's all RNG, so if you get it, you get it. But the one that I want is this one. Okay, the volcanic heart. The volcanic heart. I really want that one. It's a pretty cool one, but honestly, any mythic has its use, any of the mythic ones. The different event groups, though, those are just impossible to get. I don't even know how they just keep these odds so low, but they're not gonna buff them, I don't think, anytime soon. And if they do, they might buff them. I don't know. I don't think they would buff them because players have been basically saving those. First legendary of the day, Aspect of Zero. This one actually I do like because it basically saves you from fatal damage. Can be clutch on specific champions. Like I have that on my Leo on my other account, and it works very well. So kind of enjoy it since Leo works with counterattacks. He works with, when he's with the other turtles, he just jumps in and does his damage. So situational, but I feel like it's working so well. Cannon's Grasp. Okay, reflecting damage absorbed by block damage or unkillable. Okay, let's do some legendary ones. I'll leave all the mythic ones for the end. Gilded Dragonstone. This one's okay, but 10% extra defense sounds amazing. But if you go 5,000 defense, that's 500 defense. It's golden elixir. Just piling those up. So many golden elixirs. I kind of, yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy with golden elixirs. Just having a good stockpile. Inferno Sphere is also actually pretty nice. Increasing resistance by 2% for every 5% HP loss. So 20% extra resist if you lose 10 times 5. So 50% of your health. Pretty cool. How many levels can you get that one going? Which group is it though? Inferno Sphere. You can get the maximum resistance by another 10% if you max it out, but realistically, it's level 4, so another 6%. Okay, 26% extra resist. Can be nice. Can be a lot, if you think about it. More golden elixirs. Did they buff those? They must have buffed those rates up. For sure. I don't know what's happening. Like the amount of golden elixirs I have, it's crazy now. I have 10 for sure. Second, by the way, not so many legendary ones. Second one. So the last laugh amulet. This one's also cool because it activates a delay effect when receiving fatal damage. This delays the damage, literally delays the damage for the following turn. Pretty nice, I would say, for damage dealers. But you know what? I realized getting maximum leveled up relics is gonna be impossible, near impossible, for the majority of players, especially players who don't compete in tournaments. They don't do all of the events and stuff. It's gonna be a dream, right? Unless you start getting more basalts. So 4-star basalts, those help a ton, and then maybe like a 5-star one if they put it in special events and stuff. Let's see. Gilded Dragonstone. I've been getting lots of the normal group ones. Kind of sucks. St. Xavier's Tribute. Come on. St. Xavier's Tribute. Okay. So that was basically from all the specific groups. And I have only the mythic ones left. I want to finish with these. Like using different groups. I don't care. It doesn't change anything if you mix and match. It's like different odds, but I know my odds of getting something bad. So in terms of the epic ones, yeah, I don't have 100, so I'm only gonna use like legendary ones. And yeah, I don't want to use the live arena ones and see how that goes. Maybe use 50 and 50. So that's 25% chance, 25% chance, then a 50% chance from the normal group. Come on. All right, Gilded Pineon, where it receives 1% less damage for each turn of cooldown on all skills. So like if you go 5 turns of cooldowns, that's 5% less damage. It's very little. It feels very little. Even though, you know, the good thing about legendary and mythic relics is because you go multiple gemstone slots, that just adds on top of the utility, right? Because you can definitely put some really strong gemstones in here, circular ones, triangle ones, and the list goes on. So those actually make the argument for different relics to be used on champions because of the gemstones, for the most part. You want to think about it like that. That it's not just the relic. The relic definitely adds to your power, but also the gemstones. Okay. This is what I've been waiting for. The mythic ones, 20% chance. Come on, what? I just won one mythic, legendary one. Wand of submission, at least. At least I got a wand. Okay, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the wand of submission. I'm okay with the wand of submission. All right, that's one. Mythic crafting number 2, and we're gonna do 3. Remember, guys. Let's go. Oh! Oh, yeah, we got it. My God, guys. All right, so is this a good one? I'm not sure. Whenever an enemy's turn meter is increased, the wearer increases their own turn meter by 10% of the enemy's turn meter increase. So this is for you to cut in. You want to cut in to the enemy's turn, basically using this, but it doesn't have any speed in it. That's what I don't like. It doesn't have any speed in it, but does this actually work with multiple boostings happening? So if, let's say, they boost it by 30%, okay, you want to imagine that they boost it by 30% on 4 enemies in arena, so it's 120% happening. Do I get that? 10% of the enemy's turn meter increase. So if you get boosted by 30%, do I get 3%? Is that it? Nah. I don't know. Where is it? Discovery? How high does that go? Turn meter boosting at level 4. Oh, that becomes 20%, then 30%. At level 5 becomes 40%. Ooh. Okay, interesting. Anyway, let's finish this and call it a day, guys. Final 20% chance. I got my first mythic relic. It's not great, but it is what it is. And another legendary one, delay. That's basically it. That's basically it, guys, for... Nah, I'm not going to use those. Just let those pile up again, and then I'll do a video pretty soon. But that was it. That was it, guys. Was it as I expected? Actually went better than I expected because I got a mythic and I got 1 wand. So, and 1, 2, 3, 3 more golden elixirs. I've got so many of those. I'm not even using them anymore. I have lots of champions to equip them on. I just basically not using them on all. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you all. Subscribe. See you in the next one. Leave me your mythic relics that you have. By the way, I want to see yours. I want a volcanic heart so much. See you guys.